Hello friends and welcome back for episode 3 of the Terraria 1.3 Let's Play. Today we're going to be unveiling our new world. As I mentioned last time, I was maybe a little bit dissatisfied with the seed, so I went ahead and re-rolled it about 15 times, and I started to wonder maybe, is there something a little up with world gen in Terraria 1.3? Not sure if that's necessarily the case, or maybe I just had incredibly bad luck, but anyway, I did put in the due diligence here to find one that seems like it's suitable, and I went ahead and built a bit of a little house so we can kind of catch back up to where we were, and maybe not have to worry about inventory management quite as much as we did prior. Granted, you know, room for expansion. This is pretty bare bones still. But at least we've got a few basic dormitories for the NPCs to live in, and hopefully things will start out in a lovely position for us. So, I moved over everything that we had from the old world that was necessary to keep. We've got our very meager collection of bars here. We've got a couple of weapons and accessories, and we've even got an extra slot here for another treasure chest that I haven't even found yet. So what I've done so far is... oh, well, it's gone now. Never mind. I'd walked across from the left to the right to see what's up with the map, and it seemed like there were a few cubby holes and good places to go visit. For whatever reason, though, I guess there's still some bugs that need to get sorted out, and it looks like it's deleted the map data again. Okay, well, we'll roll with the punches then. So, the other thing is I've noticed there's been a few bugs and, like, maybe issues. I don't know if they're that big of a deal or anything, but I've noticed it's been rather difficult with regard to, like, quick stacking. I did it today and it seemed to work, but yesterday it didn't, so I don't know, maybe there was a hotfix patch overnight or something. And I don't know what any of this stuff is. Like, I haven't dipped into any of these collections yet. I haven't looked... Got another guide to plant fiber cordage. They really want us to make some vine ropes, apparently. That's what that's all about. But yeah, I've noticed there's been a few little issues that have been kind of nagging at me. One of them being the world gen, another one being, like I just mentioned, the issues with quick stacking and stuff like that. I've been wandering about, just sort of messing around with a variety of different things, and you know, in general, I'm pretty happy with Terraria 1.3. It's just there's, of course, some kinks that need to happen to get sorted a little bit. But we do seem to have a little bit of ore under our house here, so we may as well capitalize on this. Let's go ahead and grab it. We've got some tin here, and it looks like some iron underneath that. And maybe we can get into some better pickaxe situations much, much earlier than I was expecting. I would love to make a grappling hook as well as another thing, because, you know, terrain can be a little bit janky sometimes. We've got some taller things, structure-wise, on occasion, and I want to be able to climb over those. We did stick with Crimson, and that was another thing I did, was I did a straw poll to check if you guys cared much about whether it was a Crimson world or a Corruption world. As it turns out, you're pretty evenly split on that. And I will try and make sure to, you know, incorporate feedback in all Terraria episodes. This is sort of how I've done the series so far in prior ones. And, you know, I don't want to discontinue that anyway. So let's climb back out. I need some ropes here, of course. I do have the ability to sort of wall jump with the spike shoes that I have equipped over here. The climbing claws, rather. But I do need to be able to reach the wall jump up it, so... there's that. Nice to know that we've got a little cave underneath the house. Maybe we could turn that into something later on. And it is starting to get dark already, and I've got a couple of NPCs here, too, that, you know, they've moved in the period of just, you know, maybe 15-20 minutes. I haven't hardly spent much time with this world yet. It's really just been me setting up the meager little house and walking from left to right. And, you know, just for the sake of getting it done quickly, because I was going through so many worlds, I actually just enlisted the help of my character that had the ability to fly, so I could just sort of zoom around. Now that the map isn't uncovered anymore, I guess it really doesn't matter that that was the case. We'll just go ahead and fill this in. I hate having spots in the world where you can end up falling, you know, tripping yourself up and stuff like that. But hopefully there's going to be some better cave experiences that we can get into. That was my major gripe with the last one. And what I've noticed with World Gen, most of my complaints have come from the fact that they've been very, sort of just uniform. Like, I haven't seen a lot of unique-looking structures. It's been kind of flat. There's been a lot of large winter tundra areas, which I'm not a massive fan of. I mean, granted, they have a place in the world, obviously. But I want to at least have a bit of an option to branch out a bit. And if all I see is, you know, the same setup every time, it just, you know, it gets a little bland that way, and that's why I had to re-roll. But I think we found a nice place to live, and hopefully this will last us a long time. I'm excited about where this is going to go. I mean, we've got a long, long journey ahead of us, of course, And, you know, probably some really exciting things to discover. This is going to be a problem here, because I can't see anything. Alright. No, you need to be dead. That was pretty bad so far already. We've barely only started. Alright, let's pop a healing potion just in case another one of those happens to fall in the hole here. Which is fairly likely to happen. And of course, early on, we're just going to go after every bit of ore that we can find, because that's just sort of how it goes. Tin is not really going to help us out all that much, but I do want to at least have a stock of pretty much everything. And as you probably saw, the inventory management thing, that's going to come into play, but I'm going to make sure I do my homework off camera, do little bits of sorting of things, putting new chests in where necessary, and obviously the amount of chests I have there is not even going to come close to sufficient for what I'm going to need long-term. But like I said, the goal here is just to get us a little bit of a beginning so we don't have to stress out too much about, you know, how symmetrical the house is, all the measurements of things, making sure we've got the right amount of chests. Like, that's all kind of just good now. We don't have to really do that on camera, and in the future I probably won't really be doing that on camera too much either, but I will of course be doing occasional, you know, fixtures on my house, trying to add new areas and such, making it more interesting if possible. Got water on the other side? I can't really tell. Let's just dip into there real quick. See, yep, that is water indeed. We've unleashed the water. I've noticed a lot of deserts as well in World Gen in general, and again, I don't even know if this is necessarily even an issue, or if it's really just me that had really bad luck. But feel free to comment on that. I'd love to hear what your experiences have been so far with 1.3 World Gen. Also, there's been a lot of demand. You guys really do want to see the expert mode playthrough that I'm doing with Austin, so I will try and post those up. I'll probably do them in like hour blocks since they're rather long, but I do need to break them up in some way since there's, you know, actual breaks in the stream too, so I'll get that up going in the next probably few days, and we're going to be streaming that again on Friday, so, you know, look forward to that too if you're interested. And of course you can find my links in... Wow. Alright, big worm already to find there. You can find my links on my homepage on my YouTube channel, and if necessary, I can always add those everywhere. I guess we're going to toss some rope up and hopefully grab more ore here. That's kind of an awkward spot, isn't it? So we'll just go around this torch. There we go. Hopefully that worm isn't going to be a long-term problem for me. Is that more ore up at the ceiling? It looks like it. Oh man, it's such a far cry from when we had everything done. I was able to basically run around like crazy. Oh, that's sand. That's why that hurt me. And we're almost dead, actually. But yeah, I could just kind of fly across the landscape with the greatest of ease. It was really nothing at all. Like, mobility. Looking forward to that not being a problem anymore again. So we're gonna take a bit of a long journey to get to that point. And that's mostly the fun. Going back through that journey, see what kind of items we discover. I'd love to find some heart pieces early on if we could. We haven't really had a lot of great opportunities for that so far in the prior world, so we're going to hopefully do a lot more spelunking in this one, and that'll be the difference that we needed. It's actually an okay amount of iron ore to find right here. We're still really close to the surface, so that seems fine to me. I don't know what's up with the map. Like, I really hope that that doesn't stay a glitch if the map keeps wiping itself out, or what's up with that. I need to make sure that we have the ability to record progress from one episode to the next. I need to know that I've uncovered areas and that I can still go back and find them again. Oh, we've got some tungsten. This is unexpected. I didn't think we would find that right here. And I guess it's telling us a little bit about which ores we're getting, too, since we've got tungsten here. I don't actually remember the progression again, necessarily, but once I get them all in order in my chest, it'll start to make sense again. Also, that's not that much tungsten. I'm not, like, that overjoyed or anything, but it's enough to maybe make 2 or 3 bricks. Get us started on that, anyway. And I would love to get another pickaxe out of it. I'm pretty sure that one was good for that. Oh, accidentally blew up that torch. And all the little things you don't realize when you're just starting out that are so annoying, like how you don't have lighting or mobility, or, you know, you can't really swim, can't really climb up things yet. Like, all of that stuff is very Metroidvania in its execution, isn't it? So it's kind of neat how they've sort of put this game together in a way that you don't really think about it, but as you're going, you're getting so much more powerful in other ways than just you can hit harder. And it's nice to come across the other side of that once you're at the end of it and go, wow, this is how far I've come. So in a way, you can kind of appreciate that more once you're at the beginning again, having been at the end. this is just a little cubbyhole full of water, so I guess we don't really need to spend much time here. And it looks like that's already kind of the end of this path, as it were. Sorry about the messy ropes here. I guess I don't really care too much about them at the moment, but just kind of trying to get things done, you know? Watch out for jellyfish. We're super weak, so like even the little guys like this can end up being a bit of a threat in the right circumstances, and I don't even have my glow sticks here, which is probably going to be a problem. Also, the worm is back already. That's pretty bad as well. We're going to do some backward mining so I can grab this tungsten ore and also fight off whatever happens to show up. Don't kill me already. This would be embarrassing. Alright. Worried about this worm, yeah. Alright. We were eviscerated by the tomb crawler. Very good. I also tried out, just to experiment, I went to a medium world, because I'd had somebody leave a comment saying that that might be worth doing, you know, just to see how the structure of the biomes would end up, and it didn't seem too bad. I didn't really have an issue with it, but I went back to a large world and just kept building more and more of those, and it seemed like that's kind of what I wanted in the end. Oh, there's actually a chest right here. I didn't even check for this. Hey, a spear. That might be worth having, actually. That might be better than my broadsword. Oh yeah, I just realized it was a godly copper pickaxe. I didn't realize that was doing that much damage. Recall potion, shine potion. Let's just loot it all and grab the chest. It is very dark. Alright. And it does look like we've got a lot more ore happening at the surface here. So we might as well capitalize on that. And we've also got a star sitting right on the ground. Might as well grab that as well. And we're going to worry about trying to get some better armor soon. Cactus armor is good for a moment or two, but as you saw, that worm already beat me up pretty badly. Oh yeah, that's so much better. Like with the boomerang, you basically just bounce right off of things, and then they'll just come back and hit you while you're waiting for the boomerang to return. The spear, you know, gets that constant ticking damage, which is what I'm after. But again, I am not really convinced that I want to go in any one particular direction as far as like the melee, long range, or mage options go. I think I'm going to take a hybrid of all three eventually, but we're going to see what options pop up for us as we discover more and more stuff in the world. Hopefully we run into some okay weapons just of our own natural discovery here. And now we actually have a chance to stay out in the dark for a moment, because these zombies against the spear actually are not quite as detrimental. Certainly not easy either, but that'll come in time. Hopefully not a very long time. And look, even more ore sitting right here. So, collecting lenses, that's a thing, of course. We're going to eventually make our way over to the Crimson, but that's not going to be for a little while yet. I think it's going to be spelunking for a bit, trying to get some bars to get some armor, maybe a good weapon or two, much better pickaxes, of course, because, like, just mining stuff takes ages, and I don't want to subject you to that for much longer than you need to, which, you know, I say as I realize I've already got a few bars that I could be crafting right now. And here I am sitting beating up tin ore in the ground just because I can. So we'll go remedy that in about 5 seconds. Here, I'm just going to fill in this gap so I can run over it again. I don't know what it is about flat land. Gotta have it. And now we've got another chest to fill in this last spot here. It's a completionism thing. I've got to keep everything even there. Alright, good. Very nice. Let's do our smelting and such. There's actually all kinds of little devices I need to build here on the main ground level. So we got tin. Let's grab our tin. 15 bars. Iron. Oh, 23. Not bad. Lead. 3. Not so great. And tungsten? I don't know how those got put in another area. Alright, so we've got enough to make a chain. Do I have enough gems to make a hook out of it, though, is my real question. What did I end up with for gems? I've got 10 amethyst. I think it's 12? Let's drag it onto our crafty man and see what he says about the whole thing. Is my memory that good? I'm gonna guess it's not. Hook. You want 15. Alright, so close. There's all kinds of weird things that can make a gem spark block. I don't even know what the point of that is. Multicolored stained glass. Purple torches. Amethyst Staff is actually, I think, not a bad one if I want to go in the wizard direction. Of course, Phase Blades, always love them. Just don't have the option at the moment. Did it put the... Yes, it did. That was the thing it used to do. Maybe they sorted that out where you would, like, get off of the crafting area, and then if you had something left in there, it would actually just drop it on the ground. It always seemed unnecessary. And maybe now they've sorted it out. Oh, there's actually a bunch more tin ore here. That's good. Iron, lead, tungsten. I think tungsten's ahead of lead. Pretty sure it is. And I don't have enough to make anything out of those. Why don't we just go for iron bars and craft the rest of these. Iron bars, there we go. I have to make like a heavy workbench too, I think that's another thing. We should probably just go straight for the iron stuff for like pickaxe. These, yeah, the greaves and chainmail, these are 30, 20, 30, or 25, 30, 20. That's going to be a bit too much right now, so we only have 36. The pickaxe, though, is 12 and 3, so we can definitely grab that. I want to get out of the bronze area as quickly as possible. It's quick, that's good. Better than nothing. And what do I have left? 24. I could make a helmet. I don't know, I kind of want to hit them all at the same time, but how much defense is the helmet? It's 2. This is 1. Alright, well, let's just go for the get out of Coppertown area. So we're going to go the axe. And you want the hammer as well, iron hammer. I think the spear will carry us for a bit. Oh, yeah, there's a wooden hammer, so that one sucked. Let's just drop these suckers off at this guy. Nice, we've got a demolitionist already. I almost feel bad selling a godly pickaxe, but it's freaking copper, so... Oh well. Not a big deal. And that's 10 copper. Nothing at all. Alright, looking good. Do we even want to keep the broadsword now that we've got the spear? I have not decided on that. Let's maybe just drop it off for now. Make up our minds later. And we'll just do some quick stackery and see what we can get. And then maybe we'll move out. Is it almost dawn yet? Looks like it might be. Well, it's rainy, so actually it's pretty hard to tell. So quick stack all that. Delicious. Nutritious. Oh, so good. Look how many of these freaking wands I've got. This is just getting ridiculous now. I don't know why I'm even keeping this many. I really only need 1 each. And what is this? Plus 20 mana. This one gave me nothing, so I guess this is at least better. And I guess I'll just sell the other one off, because why do I even want it at all? Iron bars, iron ore. And a living wood platform. Why do I have that? I don't remember picking that up, but I guess I did. And I guess we'll just toss it here, since that's actually just faster. Oh, I never popped this star into my my mana list here. I shall do that now. See, everybody always says I can drag things off, and since I'm paused, that it'll just let me add it to my inventory or put it right in. It doesn't work that way since it's paused. You've got to actually put it on the hotbar. Unless there's still some other button that I'm not using correctly, but you'd think I'd have this stuff sorted out after all these hours. I'm like nearing, what, 300 hours in Terraria? And we'll put this here. Also, what is this thing? Living loom for special crafting. Maybe I should drop this in my house somewhere. I'm going to make special rooms for stuff like this. Oh, that's sweet. Right now, I guess we'll just drop it over here and see if it does anything. We can make... Oh, it's all like the living wood stuff. That's pretty cool. Lanterns, bathtubs, walls of leaf. Neat. Alright, so we've got enough chests that now we're actually kind of good on chests for the moment. I'll just drop this in here. I need to make like a specialized supply area. I don't really have one of those yet. But I've got a lot of ropes. Why do I have so many ropes? Did I just take them all out of my inventory? I believe I did. There we go. Alright, I think we're good. It is just about daytime. I'd like to make a net so I could grab some worms. But I don't think I have the right stuff for that. I need to go find some spider webs and such. And we'll just toss our bombs up in here too. I want to find a magic mirror. And I want to quick stack my coins. That actually did work that time. Gotta move that down to make room for platinum, because I'm sure we'll be getting that real soon, right? And let's be off. We have a full day of exploration ahead of us before we have to retire for the night. We've got lots of extra wood right here if we need to get to it. Good to know it's here. This is where we just came down a moment ago, so we're going to go a little bit further to the left. Looks like we've got a little bit more ore here to grab. I'm going to pay special attention for iron ore, of course. And we can at least mine a bit faster now. I appreciate that. It's not drastically faster, but it's something. And we'll just go ahead and fill that in behind us again. Feel bad leaving those gaps there, but it's not the end of the world, I suppose. Oh, right, there's a desert right here. Alright, there's not a whole lot of reasons for me to hang out in a desert. That kind of sucks. If I remember correctly, it's not a small one either, so we're going to end up going to the right, which will eventually take us to a tundra, I believe. Tundra meaning, you know, frozen wasteland. I've noticed we've got a little bit more iron ore right here. Might as well capitalize on that. It's not a ton, but every little bit helps. And soon we should get out of the phase of mining basic ores. I'd love to dig down far enough to get to some gold already. I just don't know if I'm capable of dealing with the stuff that I have to deal with when I get to that point. I mean, the spear is definitely going to help. And if I could go find a goblin, that would be fantastic, and then I could start respecking things to be a little bit more capable. The cave did end, right? Yeah, it kind of ended in that weird, awkward water spot, so yeah, that's not something we need to go back to right now. Man, rainy day, huh? Really puts a damper on the mood. Everything's so sunny in general. We've got all this forest to go explore. Well, it's good for the plants. They appreciate it, I'm sure. Any more ore hanging out right at the top level? I should probably be spamming my boomerang to see if any sparks drop. Every now and then you run into something because of that. Oh, there's a little bit more right here. Gotta wade through a bit of water to get to it, not a big deal, I've done worse. Oh, and actually we just destroyed a bunch of that annoying water flow. Hello, Umbrella Slime, how are you? Goodbye. The squirrels are so weird looking in this. They look kind of like they're from Starbound, actually. Like, they don't really fit the color palette of the rest of the game, in my opinion. Their animations are kind of funny, too. I guess, like, all the nature life in this sort of just seems a little strange at times. Except for the cardinals. I love the cardinals. Oh, we can get down in there. Perfect. This is a good spot to go hang out, then. I also think I see a little bit more ore underneath. I can't tell what kind of ore that is, and also may as well pop open all these pots. There are a lots of pots. Alright, that was pretty beneficial. We just got a lot of stuff out of that. And what kind of ore are you? Tin, okay. Didn't make too much of a fuss here, but let's grab it. Did I just hear a duck? I think I hear ducks. Am I in the wrong game? Is this duck game all of a sudden? Oh, okay. We've got a good spot here. This is what I was after. Needed one of these before. Sorry I placed that torch for anybody obsessing over the number there. Alright, beautiful. This is just what I needed. Hopefully there'll be a nice treasure chest, maybe a gold treasure chest. We could start getting some good items. I'm gonna get some Hermes boots. Get to the running element. I'm a big fan of the not walking. And I don't know how a flying fish got down here, but it's dead now. Oh, godly wooden boomerang. Well, the one I have is already 13, so that's not as good. I guess we'll just loot all and grab this. Loot on, rather. Where are they coming from? They're like spawning out of the walls. Is it because of this configuration of waterfall here? I wonder how that works. And we do have some ore in the wall. Let's go grab that. We're in a pretty good position now. Things have really turned around from the last episode where I was a bit frustrated with how boring that seed was. I do hope that they work on that, though. Like, I hope they didn't reach the point where, like, we have to jam all of these biomes in. And they added, like, a marble biome and a granite biome, which we'll probably see eventually in here. Although those are both underground deals. But that and the mushrooms and the jungle and the dungeon and you know, all of that stuff kind of takes up space, and I wonder if they reached a point where they're like, well, we've kind of got to make sure every seed hits all of these prerequisites, and that might leave us with, you know, too little room. So we'll just kind of make sure every seed has the same checklist, which then kind of makes the whole thing a bit more boring, doesn't it? I don't know how you feel about this, and feel free to chime in the comments, but I would rather have there be a really large amount of versatility in everyone's, because you can always pick up and move to a different world if you feel like it. Got an herb bag, some tin bars, builder potions, whatever. But yeah, I'd rather have just, like, the chance of finding something really bizarre and unique that, like, nobody else will have in their world. And I guess really all I can see as far as that these days is just, do you get a pyramid or not? Because everything else seems like it always shows up. And in fact, I saw in all of my world generation about maybe 80%, if not more, the dungeon was on the left and the jungle was on the right. So it doesn't always do that, because I have had it show up on the other side, but it just seemed like things were being favored very heavily for some reason. What do we have here? Shine potion, 28 silver. Okay, we got a lot of recall potions for some reason. Loot all. Grab the chest. Moving on. Another one. Alright, all of a sudden we're very generous with chests. I like it. Let's keep this habit up. Where does this go? Alright, just a little pot hanging up here. Don't worry, it's legal in some states. And this is some tin, I think. Alright, well, we'll go grab that chest. I just wanted to grab this. And hopefully this keeps going down a bit more. It's not more ore over there, is it? Can't get a good look through the wall. Nah. Let's see what's in here. Oh. Menacing radar detects enemies around you. Yeah, we had that on the expert playthrough. And, it's kind of silly, isn't it? But it actually gives me +4 damage, so I will put it on. I know I don't have to put it in my equip slot for it to work. But actually, answer me this in the comment section. I just can't possibly get the benefit of the damage without having it in there, right? Pretty sure that seems obvious, but, you know, just in case I'm doing something real silly, feel free. And I do welcome any and all comments and criticism, as long as you're being level-headed about the whole thing. The Terraria community has been fantastic in that they're, you know, not too bad with regard to backseating and such. I mean, I've had a few moments where things have gotten a bit rough, but it's nowhere near like the Bloodborne Let's Play or anything like that. I appreciate that you guys are more open and accepting to that stuff, and I look forward to bringing you lots and lots and lots of videos on Terraria as I have. A little bit of tungsten here. It looks like we found, like, the bubbles from Brinstar or something like that. That would actually be a pretty wild zone to run into, like a Brinstar zone where everything's all alien-looking. I guess the granite biome is kind of like that a little bit. Alien-looking, not so much full of bubbles. You can get a snail biome. I don't know why, snails always make bubbles, it's just their thing. Recall potions again. Man, they really do heavily favor those recall potions. And we found our very first beautiful heart. Let's take it. Let's take it and put it inside of us. Bam. 20 extra health added. Just like that. Alright, I don't know, do I want to keep going deeper yet? I'm interested in seeing where we're going to go from here. But I feel like I may have missed a couple of things already. I really need a grappling hook. This is annoying to walk around without one. That should be the next high priority item. I'm trying to place a torch on that wall and I'm just not hitting it. Oh, come on. Alright, screw the torch. Let's just put a rope there. I can just dig my way up. I figured there'd be something over here. Gotta watch out for traps as well. I always forget that those are even a thing sometimes. And then they come back and bite me when I don't expect it. Let's toss one of these. Looks like that water goes in a ways. We just want the most surface area possible whenever we can. You know, just the ability to see the interiors of things. That way we can tell if there is something to mine in the walls. And, well, there's a little bit of something there. I don't know if it's something I want to bother with, though. It's going to be annoying to dig my way back out. I'm already getting to the position where I'm, like, not caring as much about certain minerals, which is maybe a little silly of me. And we do have our first golden chest here as well. Oh, I'm so happy I rerolled that seed. We had, like, a long journey ahead of us with probably finding very little of anything. We've also got some cobwebs, which I needed for discoveries. Oh, we've got another enchanted boomerang. This one at least has a better critical strike chance, which this one doesn't. So we'll just swap those two out. Guess we're working on a little boomerang collection this time. And we will loot all again. We'll also grab this chandelier because I like it to be pretty. Too bad I can't break it down from its platinum back to getting to, you know, its raw platinum and use it for stuff. That would be handy. Alright. Oh, drop. Oh, I thought that was a potion for a second. It was not a potion. Hey, look! A bunch of that thing I need. Whoa. What just happened there? Is that sand falling on me? It was. I'm not sure why there was sand there. Okay, fair enough. Oh, the nurse is here. Fantastic. There's an achievement. Did I mention this last one? There's an achievement where if you, like, spend a gold's worth of healing from her that, you know, it unlocks. I'm gonna have to start going through that as well. We'll open up the achievements list. We gotta work through all of them. It's gonna take a while, but, you know, the whole process does, and that's why it's awesome. I'm curious to know how many of the achievements I would have gotten already if I had 1.3 through my last playthrough. Alright, I don't know if you can get to me, really. So maybe I shouldn't fuss about you. Let's just kind of, like, put a rope right here. Then we can just hang on and dig away at this wall. Did I not grab? There we go. Let's get a torch, too, because I hate leaving you guys in the darkness. Whenever I can avoid it, I will try and put a torch for you. I do try and stay conscious of that, because I know this game gets really dark, like, a lot of the time. Probably the majority of the time, actually. Hey, sweet, we got them. We got them all. There's that big old cache down there that maybe I want. Oh, I just used a healing potion by accident. That was dumb. I probably don't need to even keep that on my hotbar, to be honest, but I did it for some reason. Also, let's dig through here so I have a way out. I don't want to drown. Really hate drowning a lot. And it would be fantastic if we could find a magic mirror, and then we can end the episode by teleporting back roughly to our house. I'm gonna have to make a bed soon, that way I can have a spot to sleep. And set my spawn point and all that. Because right now we teleport back to our spawn point, which is just a bit to the right of the house, and that's not quite as good. All these little optimization moves, they'll all come into play. Oh, I'm about to run out of health. Or air, rather. Health comes second, air comes first. Or sometimes not at all, baby. Yeah, okay. Got it. Moving on. Oh, we've got another chest already. Awesome. Let's get out of the water. I guess we'll go this way, because it's probably faster. That was suboptimal rope placement. Alright, fair enough. We've made a bit of a mess of that. Who cares? And that one looks like it's sort of half buried in the ground. You know what? I've got an answer for that. It's kind of my whole thing, this whole spelunking, terrain digging area. That's my area of expertise. Imp statue. More cobwebs, pickaxe statue, and looks like a gold chandelier. Hey, what do you know? It's almost like I called that. I swear I didn't, though. The one experience that I've had in the expert thing when we were playing with that, we got like 5, maybe more magic mirrors. It was getting absolutely ridiculous how many magic mirrors we were getting. So I figured if there's any pattern here to be seen, it's that perhaps I will find a magic mirror at some point. And as it turns out, it was true. Alright, so it looks like this cave goes a little bit deeper. Hopefully it goes a lot deeper, but I just want to kind of uncover this opening and see if this is a place that maybe I'll be able to hang out in the future. Hey, hey! You're right in my way, buddy. Buddy boy, get up! Thank you. Oh, okay. Well, it ends, but there's actually a bunch of tungsten here, so I will grab it. And we'll see if we have enough to do anything useful with it. I think probably not yet, but we're working on it. We did have a pretty fruitful haul on this one. if only for the magic mirror, which is a thing that we needed to find one way or the other. Honestly, I still would have rather had the Hermes boots, but this is nice too. As long as we don't find 6 of them. So we'll see in future episodes if that's how it goes. It's gonna really kind of frustrate me if it turns out that there was a bunch of issues with World Gen, like they were kind of sitting on bug patches. Well, not sitting on them, but like they had to implement a bunch of bug patches, and then because I generated my world during the time when they were kind of messed up, that like my world is not quite as good, and then I might have to re-roll it again. If that's the case, well, I guess we'll figure it out. I am willing to put in whatever off-camera time is necessary to make sure we have the most optimal experience, so, you know, just know that going in. If it turns out that we dig ourselves into a proverbial hole, and less of a literal hole, I will be willing to sort it out one way or another. Does this go anywhere? I see a little bit of tin in the wall. A little tin in the game. Come on, don't pick my mines. I'm just kind of digging through this, hoping that maybe when I get to the other side of it, there might be a hole in the wall or something like that. Every now and then, uncovering a little bit of ore will be just the last little catalyst you needed to see another area. Turns out this time is not one of those times, though. It's alright, we've got a pretty decent cave system here, and I'm sure if I really wanted to, well, we could press on. I could throw some bombs down here. Probably prefer not doing it in the water, but, you know, we'll dig through that as we will. So let's use our magic mirror and head back to our spawn point, where it is night. As always, it seems, in Terraria. Oh man, I'm excited! I'm excited for the future again. Not that I had that much time to not be excited, it was really just the one episode where I got a little bored of that seed, but things are looking up. Things are looking very interesting and awesome, and we've got a lot of stuff to turn into bars. So let's do that real quick. 25. Alright, we're on our way to a set. Not quite there yet, but we're on our way. Gold coins are always good. Oh, right. We want to make... Wait, how am I don't know what it is, but I've been, like, really confused by this... the system lately of this. I've really got to figure that all out. I keep, like, remaking gold coins and then demaking them and remaking them. Alright, so we want... There's 10 chains. I need more other stuff, though, or I need to find a hook, so I can't quite make a grappling hook yet. There's that heavy workbench I mentioned before. Let's go ahead and make that. I don't know exactly what you use that for yet, but if I place it, maybe we'll find out. I kind of hate how these are not going to be symmetrical. I might just have to roll with it, though. Maybe I'll put this, like, next to the furnace, move the anvil over one. That seems more rooted in place. Well, there'll be more stuff, so... Even though it's not symmetrical now, maybe later. Oh, this lets me build numbers and things. Oh, and I need an iron anvil, right? I only have a regular anvil now? Okay, well, let's do that. The progression got deeper. Dig this up. Oh, that is an iron anvil. I'm dumb. Never mind, I just wasted some stuff there. Can I turn this back into... I'm pretty sure I can. It's okay, we've got some tin. It's all good. And let's drop these together. Oh, do it the fast way. Quick stack. Bam! Tin, iron, lead, and 10 of tungsten. And we don't really have that much more to make there. So we could easily make a full set of tin. Probably won't do that, because I've got cactus. That just looks cooler, and it really doesn't matter that much. We've got a bunch of statues and things to put away. Some potions to put away, some blocks to put away. And some money to put in our piggy bank for later in case I get hit and lose it all. There you go. 4 gold already, which is pretty good given how quickly things have moved. And it looks like all our NPCs are here, so we need to build a few more areas. Other things I want to do with the building, I want to make some like branching off areas that I can specifically set up for the armor area, and one that's specifically for like the animals and plants area. So we'll sort that out soon. NPC is definitely a high priority, so... That's what we're going to get into for the next episode. Thanks, everybody, for watching. I hope you're still enjoying the series. If you are, make sure you leave a like. I really do appreciate the incredible support this series is getting so far, and I hope we can continue that for a long time to come. So look forward to bringing you another one tomorrow. Hope Hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you have a fantastic night. Talk to y'all later.